Good evening, everybody. And it's really an evening tonight here at the Low Budget LCS. I am joined by, I don't actually think I discussed how exactly I should pronounce your name. Vivisol?
Vsal, anything
Vsal?
you want, you know? Just don't call me too late to dinner, you know?
Hey! Alright, well, we have some Financial League gaming for you all here tonight. This is a Pacific Time special. Goes out to all my homies in Pacific Time. We've got the LPP Boiz versus the Undetermined team name. Now, I think it's taken them at least 2 seasons to come up with their team name, so they're really cooking on this one. I expect it to be great when it eventually comes out. And you, Vsal, are actually in the same league as these teams.
Yeah, I am. We actually played the LPP Boiz the other day and lost.
So give me a breakdown of some of the drafting that they used against you. Maybe some power picks you'd expect to see coming out here. What are the LPP Boiz trying to do?
Yeah, they're definitely heavy on their team fighting. As you see, their first pick here on the Sivir, definitely a power pick that they did pick versus us as well. And definitely like a Vi, something, I don't know, just creates a team fight, skirmish around dragons. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, we did see a chat in the client saying that Viego ban is actually a Vi ban, which is unsurprising. The LPP Boiz jungler is a Vi spammer, 100%. But you know, a lot of love from me, so I might be a little LPP Boiz biased here, which means you may have to take up the flag for Undetermined team name.
I guess I will, but I'm an ADC, so I don't like Vi.
Oh, classic. Yeah, we have Corky Nami coming out here from Undetermined team name as the first rotation, with Sivir being the priority B1 pick from the LPP Boiz. Not exactly sort of what I'm used to, and not exactly what I was expecting from the LPP Boiz. Amumu, going to be LPP Boiz jungler's second most played by far. LPP Sauce, that is. It's good to see that coming out. But yeah, quite interesting here that despite the Ezreal being up, the Jinx being up, the Jhin being up, Rep Happiness still decides to go for that Sivir.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Corky Nami lane, especially definitely because you can get that empowered E auto with the Nami, and it's a very strong lane. But the Bard coming out kind of can negate that. I like the Sivir Bard too, a lot of poke. We'll have to see how they navigate these with the Amumu, and then you got the Morgana to help with the CC, maybe.
they're cooking something up here. This might be Morgana jungle, the year of our Lord 2025, which I don't know that I've seen much of this year. I don't think it's particularly meta.
It's definitely out there, definitely up there.
There was a time where the clear was crazy good, and it looks like it's doing quite well right now actually. Statistics wise, 12,000 matches, 51% win rate. So shows you what I know. On the other side, we do see that the Amumu is, going to the jungle, which we were expecting based off of champ pools. But that's sort of confirmed by that Bard pickup there, going to be in the bot lane. Now, do we expect this Bard to be laning a lot, or are we going to be seeing a lot of magical journeying around the map?
Definitely taking a magical journey around the map with the wave clear from the Sivir. There's just no point in staying in the spot lane, right? Just let Sivir farm and just roam him and see if you can get help across the map.
Yeah. So expecting to see something maybe that needs a little bit more assistance, wants a little bit more assistance with setting up kills, maybe something that can snowball here for the solo lanes for the LPP Boiz. Now, okay, there is also the possibility that this Morgana is like a mid lane Morgana, right? I feel like I've seen that before. Or maybe even top lane?
That's a stretch. Top lane is...
Listen,
that would be crazy. I would love it. I love it. I'm here for it.
I've seen shit, man. Okay, I've been around low budget LCS since season 6. I've seen nothing surprises me anymore. Basically,
the mid laner has played it 3 times in the last 3 days. So mid lane. So
could be mid lane pickup. I'm liking the flexibility here from the side of Undetermined team name. They're not really showing us their cards. Have to keep guessing until we see the lineup. Although there is that bug right now, which means we won't be able to really see until they're in game. But yeah, second rotation of bands, we see the Pantheon taken out, we see the Scion taken out. Jin gonna be locked in for undetermined team name, so that is actually probably Corky mid, Morgana jungle, Jin ADC, a little bit of a fake out here from undetermined team name. And they're laying that card on the table as LPP boys have to pick 2 more champs, and then they get to counter pick. So, I mean, really creative drafting here from LPP boys. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't either. I like the gym pick, to be honest with you, but definitely liking Morgana more in the jungle than mid, and then Corky. That's a throwback mid laner. I don't know. We'll have to see how they navigate it. But you're talking about the bans here, right? And the Ambessa Yasuo, the things that single target, like for the Bard to roam, that's definitely taken away. We'll have to see what LPP does here.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and lock in the Vel'Koz and the Cho'Gath. On the other side, pretty squishy right now for undetermined team name. So that Cho'Gath Chomp is going to be pretty huge value. But both teams honestly rather squishy, except for the top laners. It's and the Amumu. The Amumu counts as not squishy. But we are going to see a Cho'Gath versus Push matchup in the top lane. So I'm excited to see how the noodle fight plays out. So, okay, based on this, pretty sure we've got Jin Nami bot, Morg jungle, Corky mid, Mundo top into Sivir Bard bot, Mumu jungle, Vel'Koz mid, Cho'Gath top. That seems pretty solid, yeah?
Sounds right. Unless it's a Jin mid, that'd be kind of crazy. No.
Hey, it could happen. Anything can happen here at the low budget LCS.
It's late night LBLCS.
Oh wait,
I love
you know what? Wait, did I get this? I think I must have gotten this right. I didn't actually check that I had the teams on the right side before casting that entire draft. I think because the jungler bans made sense, I was like, oh yeah. But we totally could have been wrong for who was on which side there.
I think we got it right. Though.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
We're good.
We are going to go ahead and get predictions up there for you degenerate gamblers in chat. Please go ahead and throw down your schmeckles. It's going to be a good time. Lil Robot Man, thank you so much for coming. Every stream, Lil Robot Man has spread the truth, the gospel of the world, which is that LeChance does in fact lick toes. It's not something that I enjoy. You know, reinforced socks are a little hard to come by. But
toes indeed, those toes. Don't let them out.
don't let them out around LeChance. Other places you can let those dogs bark, but you know, if LeChance is around, just keep them hidden.
Keep them covered. Put some shoes on.
All right. Well, it looks like we're getting folks lined up.
I'm excited for this late night League of Legends. I'll let you tell you that.
I do love some late night League of Legends. I love casting as the sun goes down, and then by the time I'm done casting and I emerge from my cave, you know, it's all dark and I don't know where all the time has gone, and I'm a little bit bleary-eyed from staring at the screens. It's a vibe, you know?
Yep, indeed. Oh god.
Absolutely. I do have, just for those of you who have not been on a stream with me before, it'll be with you in 1 second. I have what's called the Waffle Camp. So if you are an individual who finds yourself ripe with schmeckles or, well endowed in the betting department, I will go ahead and, make you a waffle. I will keep secret which toe is his favorite. God damn. Okay, I feel like it can't be big toe or pinky toe, because those are too, mainstream. feel like it has to be one of the other three toes. That
Depends.
Lachance
Is
is
your
like
middle toe
going after.
bigger than your big toe?
Oh, that's a good question. Mine is
That's like
not.
mine is. So maybe he likes. You never know. It could be his
Yeah,
favorite toe.
it could be some shit like that where it's like, well, I like
It's different for everybody.
middle toes, but only if they're longer than the big toe. But if they're not longer than the big toe, it's the ring toe, you know. But
Yep.
we'll never know because Little Robot Man won't tell us. Um, like everyone is here and lined up. Um, and again, this is the financial league. If you're just tuning in, what's the average rank for financial league around now? Is it like Emerald-ish?
Emerald-ish, Dime. I think there's a couple maybe Diamond 4s,
Yeah,
but yeah, Emerald-ish.
it's like Emerald 3-4 average. Yeah,
Yeah, not bad at all.
Wonderful.
Shall I turn in my badge and rifle as well?
Well, I'm excited to see how this match plays out. Talk to me about what you think is going to happen, jungle wise, because I feel like Amumu Morgana is a pretty interesting matchup where Amumu wants to go in. Morgana's kind of okay with you coming into her though, and like especially if you Black Shield.
I'll beat it out of you.
As you wish.
CC, yeah.
Yeah,
CC.
so I think it'll be interesting. And early game, Morgana's clear used to be insane. If she's got a decently high win rate, I would expect that is perhaps still the case. Like very, very fast clear, so that's going to be one of the things I'm watching. If you're the junglers here, though, where are you pathing? What's your priority? You already mentioned the Sivir being rather self-sufficient, so are we pathing topside and we're ganking for that matchup? Are we looking more towards the middle lane with that Corki versus Vel'Koz?
I still think you look for the bot lane here, and I still like, even though you can leave Sivir by herself, I feel like you could still, definitely early game when she doesn't have that powerful wave clear right in the beginning, you can definitely get a chance to gank down there. I'm going to be looking for Morgana to, if she has the fast clear, I don't know any jungle statistics. I'm just ADC, but definitely looking for a counter gank, right? Sit in that bush, wait for a Mumu to come up. You have the black spell shield, right? Use that to your advantage. If you can't find a Q, definitely find those bushes. Just wait for a Mumu to come. You know he's going to come every time. I think that will be an advantage Undetermined can take in this game.
Yeah, so looking for those counter ganks, perhaps early vision is going to be on the priority list here for Undetermined team name. Which, okay, if you're Undetermined team name, we're going to have to throw out some team names for them during this match, right? Like, they're undetermined, they need our help. Chat, they need your help. So, go ahead and throw them out there. Don't make them obscene, but like, maybe they make a good play, and we're like, okay, they're the Morgana boys now. I don't make the rules. Who knows? I thought I would have something humorous by the end of that, and I didn't.
Maybe Belgian waffles? I don't know, something.
We could make them like the Waffle Crusaders. They're like, fighting for waffles everywhere. Also, like against the heresy of pancakes. Actually, honestly, the team name Heresy of Pancakes kind of goes hard.
That's kind of, yeah. I think we just found it. I don't know.
Heresy
have to send it to
Pancakes.
Oh, God.
That's fun. All right. Well, we are going to get into the waiting here for this match pretty soon. Lord Spud on the Vel'Koz. Now, I haven't had a chance to go through all of these players, so I'm going to go ahead and look maybe a little bit closer at who's playing here. Lord Spud. Vel'Koz, absolutely what they want to be playing. It seems like we're getting a fair amount of comfort here. Vel'Koz, their most played champion ranked. Solid 60% win rate on it. We love to see it. LPP Sauce, obviously, Amumu's their second most played, but right behind Vi, which was banned. On the other hand, let's look at Sniper Boy. The Cho'Gath is going to be up there, maybe not as preferential as the Renekton. But Renekton and Mbessa, I believe, were both banned. So it is just going to be straight down the third on the list. It seems like LPP boys are mostly picking straight for comfort across the board. It's whatever their most played champion in ranked is, that sort of works here.
Yeah, they're top 3 pretty much in every lane. I'm definitely loving the comfort in this game 1. Testing out this group B, right? Isn't this intergroup matchup? Group A into group B.
So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Testing the waters here, getting the comfort. We'll have to see what they do with it,
Yeah, interesting enough, it seems like Zanny Granny, which that's a funny name, mostly is actually a top lane player. Unless this is somehow... No, they can't be playing Urgot support, can they?
No,
they have a lot of Urgot games. Like they have 200 Urgot games. Which is interesting to see here. So perhaps role swapping for the sake of the squad, it seems like. Taking one for the team. And then, the Sivir coming out. Sivir lower on the priority list. But a lot of things on Count Nugs. All right. His profile is a little bit deep in the sauce. On the other side of the squad, we can take a little brief look over here at the Undetermined team name. Where does Dr. Mundo land? Pretty highly on Hex list, and with one of the higher win rates for them. I didn't actually catch which person was playing, because it does look like they have a couple of different top laners. Aclinia and Heck. The Heck one. So it could be...
I think it's Heck.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's Aclinia. You're right.
I
can see it.
Okay. Yeah, we got Aclinia, not Dave. Grep Happiness. And then...
The Heck is playing mid, actually. The Heck one is playing
The Heck one is playing mid lane. How interesting. Well, we are going to get into it. And this is just a little bit of a reminder that we are sponsored this season by We Teach League. Genuinely coming from my heart, I love WTL. I have been listening to their associated podcast for literally 5 years. They are fantastic, great mental, very kind, just focused on the raw skill of improvement. So if you aren't familiar with them, check them out. I also think it is the most economical way to get coaching, and it's coaching in a manner that actually builds results and impact over time. It's great.
Indeed. Teach me some League.
All right, I need your input here, Vsal. Who won the skin contest?
I'm gonna have to say LPP boys, right? You got the foreskin for Undetermined, or pancakes, right? So we're going with.
But the pancake heresy of pancakes, yeah.
Heresy of pancakes. But I love the Mumu skin that they got there for sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. We are already seeing some pins coming out here. Looks like we're going to be getting a 5-point from the side of Undetermined team name. On the other hand, the LPP boys appear to be walking all together in one straight line down mid lane. Going to be spotted out here by Not Dave. But it's not Dave's going to be safe. No Psycho Mumu Flash Qs coming out here.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Flash Q, Bard Q. I got a lot of stuff here they can go with.
It does look like the Heck is going to be able to dodge the Q. Not able to dodge the Rupture, though, so Sniper Boy is going to get a little bit of damage here. Grep Happiness, actually, on the other side, is incredibly in trouble. Grep Happiness is going to be incredibly low. Barrier going to be used heal as well there from Shackles. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up, though, but that... Oh, flash forward. The Q lands. The Sun lands. First Blood goes over to Count Nugs.
Holy cow. Huge for that Sivir lane. Great kill starting out.
Yeah, absolutely massive here for the side of LPP boys, and I'm not sure how that started. I have to imagine it had to do with a Bard landing a stun. Also, almost all sums burned down here in the bot lane for the side of LPP, only having barrier left. Grep Happiness and Shackles do still have flashes, So I wouldn't be surprised to see junglers pathing down. It does look like the Amumu will be pathing up, but the Morgana will be pathing down. So, great play here from Zanny, Granny, and Count Nugs. But yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like a little overextension, maybe trying to get some vision in that bot side. Definitely great punish from them in that early skirmish there.
Wonderful. Well, it does look like Zanny Granny already... No, just warding there. I was going to say, already looking to roam mid. They are going to stay bot lane and do quite a bit of damage there onto Shackles. 2 linear skill shots and a couple of autos takes that fish down to about a quarter HP, but they are going to get the level up first. So LPP Boiz will have to respect their power on this wave. It looks like they're trying to get to crash into the tower.
That's a great crash.
Yeah, a couple CS lost there. You're not going to be unhappy about that if you're Undetermined team name. Do folks in chat who are maybe top laners want to tell me how this top lane matchup's supposed to go? I know the Mundo rule is that he gets Warmogs and then pushes. I know that much. But I'm not sure how those two champions in particular interact.
Cho'Gath eats stuff, right?
But can he get his jaws around Mundo? Mundo pretty big.
I don't know. I think if he's got to eat a little bit. He's got to grow a little bit. Let him grow, and then he can.
Let him grow. Let him chomp the minions first. Yeah. We are going to see Morgana heading down bot here, potentially for a gank, although they are pushed in, so likely just going to be picking up that first scuttle. A lot of good damage there down from Lord Spud. Yeah, one thing we are seeing in the bot lane here, even though a lot of damage is going down onto Shackles, Shackles is kind of okay with that, because as the, Enchanter support, you have the healing. Obviously, Bard has some healing, but it's not quite as potent as that Nami W. So overall, LPP are taking a little bit of beating in the war of attrition.
Yeah, exactly. Then just the pure health gain from the Nami is definitely negating what LPP Boiz want to do. And yeah, Morgana up here on the try. See if she can do something.
Yep, gonna be spotted. Flash forward with the Dark Binding. Not quite gonna be able to land off of that root. The Heck 1 gonna be the target of LPP Sauce. Coming in with the Mimikyu is gonna land with the minion. The Q2 charge is gonna be available. Will it go under tower? It will. The stun up is good. The knock through is fine. And Lord Spud gets the second kill of the game. Close to those feats of warfare. Now, not Dave, looking to go forward again. Shackle 3 takes a lot of damage. Rooting is found under turret, but the level up is going to potentially save Count Nugs for now. But the stun up onto LPP Granny is going to mean a kill back for the side of Undetermined team name.
I thought it was ruined, but that bubble coming in from Nami definitely saved them there. Get something back, and look at the double kill. Wow.
Double kill here for Grep Happiness on the Jhin. Both teams now standing on the precipice of feats of warfare. Lord Spud, have to be careful. The Heck, maybe he could go for it, but he probably would die as well. That's a tough one to do. Oh, is maybe going to look for it? Maybe not.
A little risky.
Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they?
Just send it. It's too late to not send it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm always in favor of sending it. Yeah, this is one of those situations where you really don't want to be the person on your team who dies next. Because it's like, beats get so much harder if you don't have warfare. So it's like, alright, who's going to be the one?
6 on the Cho'Gath. Can he put his jaws around Mundo?
Yeah, has that level 6 available? Just go ahead and use that on minion, yeah. It looks like so far LPP Sniper Boy getting a little bit of the advantage up here in the top lane. We have a 14-13 CS lead here for the Cho'Gath. Obviously it's going down as I say that, but crashing that wave into tower certainly shows some amount of control in this lane. We're going to see Morgana potentially here in the bot lane. Heck taking quite a bit of damage from the Lifeborn Disintegration Way. Meanwhile, LPP Sauce flash could be forced out from Count Nugs. Not Dave, going to spot out this dragon attempt, and this is going to be potentially a flip. The Vel'Koz is coming down, though. Lord Spud looking to help out. Not Dave might be in a little bit of trouble. The Q lands. Not Dave is going to be taking so much damage, but is still going to be alive for now. Count Nugs is trying to do damage, but can't quite get it done. Zanny Granny looking to go forward. The flash stun is going to land on the one, but not quite going to get Dave. The auto not going to do it. 1-2 few meeps, and boom goes the feat of warfare coming out from Lord Spud, finding it onto Shackles. Rep Happiness going to be low and alone underneath tower. Not quite alone. Not Dave is going to be there. They have to be careful. Flash away. Zanny Granny so incredibly low, but the damage isn't going to be able to be there, and Not Dave falls for their troubles.
And you see the comfortability from LPP Boiz just going so deep in the middle of both of those towers to get just another kill, and my fear has come to fruition. Oh shit.
Didn't quite get the feast. Lord Spud staying around for a little bit too long, looking for killing the Grep Happiness, but not going to find it. Rep Happiness now incredibly low, but does have Shackles here to heal them up. They're going to go ahead and try and collect this wave that's crashing into that bot turret. Yeah, really, I mean, good counterplay here from Undetermined team name, but where we stand at the end of all of that, the LPP Boiz did go ahead and pick up the neutral objective as well as the feats of warfare. So they're now going to be looking at feats of monster slaying, and what is the turret feat called? Do you know?
Structure or something, I think.
It's just called
something
feats of structure.
Feats of structure, maybe.
Is it like feats of demolition? I feel like feats of demolition would be good.
That sounds cool.
Oh, we are going to see a magical journey coming here into the middle lane. Stun is going to be found. Ignite is going to be used. Life Form Disintegration Ray over the top means that Lord Spud is going to get their third kill of the game.
Well, just another great roam from Bard into the mid lane.
Yeah, Sivir, you know, starting to be a little bit more independent. He's going to be forced off this wave here by Shackles, but the stun coming out on the counter here. LPP Zanny Granny.
Taking the electrocute on Bard too, that's just a lot of damage.
We are going to see it. Oh, Flash Ultimate going to be used here from Not Dave to secure that route, followed up by the Dark Binding. Is going to mean that Sniper Boy has nowhere to go, and Aclinia is going to be able to pick up that kill.
Great, that kind of gives them grub prio here, but Moop is there.
Curse the Sad Mummy is going to be utilized, and that's beautiful crowd control chain coming out here from Lord Spud and LPP Sauce. We've seen it time and time again, and now the Heck 1 might be in a little bit of trouble, but they are just going to go ahead and focus up on those grubs. That will be their second neutral objective of the game, putting them pretty close to overall feats completion.
I'm loving how bloody this game is already.
Oh, so have I told you what I have a metric, okay? A game is a certified banger. Ooh, nice dodge there from Heck. Almost still goes down to that Life Force Disintegration rate with the passive ticking. A game is a certified banger if there's greater than a kill per minute. So right now we're at 12 kills.
There.
Absolutely certified banger, right?
Yep.
100%. Wonderful. All right. Well, talk me through this. Let me put you in some situation. You are Grep Happiness. You are doing pretty well overall, but hang on, we are going to see a little bit of a fight here in the top lane. Ultimate can be utilized here from Aclinia, but is going to be slowed up by Sniper Boy. However, there's quite a bit of damage going through, but not enough to take him down. Is going to force LPP Sniper Boy to back off. You are Grep Happiness here. You are personally doing pretty okay. You are, you know, a couple hundred gold over your lane opponent, but your team's overall down. What's going through your head? How are you playing the game? What are you looking for? As we are going to see Morgana, Not Dave, coming in through, is going to be using that Dark Binding. Will not quite land. The roots don't go through. And a nice escape there from Zanny Granny as well.
Yeah, I'm doing exactly what they just did, right? Asking for the jungler.
Not Dave, going to be in a little bit of trouble, gets knocked up. One more tick, the passive would probably take him down, and there goes. Man, I feel like this Life Form Disintegration Ray is being taken out. Lowline Hero is telling me to do 10. Now, I've only got water tonight, folks, but I will chug water.
Chug some water. Jeez, this Vel'Koz pick is definitely working wonders.
Yeah, we can see why it is their most played, and why they would just go ahead and say, yeah, give me the cause. Heck, gonna be silenced. Can't Valkyrie out of that. And that Heartsteel proc is so massive. Sniper Boy gets the chomp of their dreams and heads back up towards top lane.
Great position for LPP. It's great.
Kira, if you want, I'll give you a free 10 another time if I actually have a drink. Oh, I just heard like an audio cue echo. Did you hear that on the spectate?
I did not. Was it a harsh spot?
I don't know. It was something weird. Anyway, we are gonna have those feats go ahead and be claimed by LPP Boiz. As oh my goodness! Whew,
Every
Lord
time we
Spud.
pay him down there,
Yeah,
disintegration ray is coming
that
out.
Life Form disintegration ray is coming out every single. What runes do they have? I mean, what do we got going on here? They have Ultimate Hunter, I guess. But that's kind of all. I don't know.
Maybe it's just that low of a cooldown.
Yeah, I guess so. And they're making excellent use of it, but they are going to be rooted up here by Not Dave. Oh, but the damage from Lord Spud is too much. Not Dave looks like they have a promising shutdown, but gets absolutely deleted off the face of the planet.
Yeah, and that's feats for LPP boys.
Yep. They are going to be quite happy. 3K now is going to be the gold lead. And I'm going to go back to the question I was trying to ask you before. They so really decided to start doing interesting things. What are you thinking here if you're Grep? How are you trying to get back into the game? What are you calling for your team? Are you saying, like, don't worry, I'm scaling into Sivir? Or are you saying, like, we need to overload this Sivir? What's your play here?
It's going to be getting the shutdown on the Vel'Koz. This is probably the number one, trying to see if we can make a play with the Morgana to lock down and get that shutdown. But it looks like they're going again top lane.
Talking about plays, Aclinia is going to be alone into 3 individuals on the side of LPP Boiz. Going to be doing a really good job dodging skill shots for now, but doesn't have the most health. Is going to be popping that ultimate, so will be somewhat alive for now. Flashes out and has that additional move speed. Dodges the stun from LPP's Annie Granny. Really nicely played there from Aclinia.
Oh my cow! I didn't think he was going to get out of that.
That is a clip. That's a clip right there.
That's clip. Yep.
A beautiful dodge on a 3-man gank is going to relieve a significant amount of pressure here, and will allow Undetermined team name to do a little bit more. We are going to see the ultimate going to be popped. The wave going through. LPP Sauce will block for their teammates. But this does likely mean that Grep and Shackles are going to be able to get some turret damage. They're going to have their way with the lane for a little bit. Be pretty happy about that regardless, even if they don't get the kill.
Oh, I'm fine. It gives you something back, right? Gives the Jhin a little bit of time here. Maybe they can get this tower down.
Yeah. First brick would be... No, did that already happen mid lane?
Yes, it did. Yeah, LPP got the first tower.
But we are having some turrets go down in favor of Undetermined team name. 2,000... not quite 2,000. A little bit less than that. Like 1,700 is going to be the difference between these two teams.
Almost 1,000. We can round it. Or 2,000.
Yeah, if we only want one significant figure, that's well within margin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, we're looking for a play onto this Vel'Koz here. Vel'Koz is a champion, very immobile. So if you can get any CC down onto Lord Spud here, could be quite good. Lord Spud actually taking quite a bit of damage, but Lord Hack just going to get disintegrated so close. But Grep Happiness going on a killing spree, Not Dave picking one more up for their team here in the bot lane. It looks like it might end up being 2. Grep Happiness getting another double kill. 4-1 now here on this Jhin.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for, right? Getting those kills onto the Jhin. That's what I would want. That's what probably he wants, and that gives them a great edge here on the bot side versus the Sivir Bard matchup.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a story of two sides. You know, bot side here, forward side, Undetermined team name are doing pretty darn good. And on the other side, we have Lord Spud absolutely shredding the top half of the map. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when those two forces collide. As we did see, Lord Spud has a ton of damage, but is not invulnerable. Heck was almost able to kill Spud in that 1v1 there. But Life Form Disintegration Ray just proved to be a little bit too powerful of an ability. LPP's Annie Granny not going to get caught out there by Dave. You're going to see a dragon fight here in the next 40 seconds. So,
Yeah, if they can lock down the Vel'Koz would be great, but the disintegration ray. If that goes through the entire team, well, it's just GG for them. You know, they're not going to be able to. That's a lot of damage coming out. These 2 items completed for Vel'Koz.
Is quite a bit of damage coming out here on this Vel'Koz. And their E usage has been quite incredible here on Lord Spud. May have to be careful on this bot lane, though. 3 members. Just going to pop that Jhin ult. Nami wave coming out. Lord Spud forced to run away. TP coming out here from Sniper Boy. Lord Spud holding ground. Able to dodge that Morgana binding. There go. Ooh, not quite able to dodge Tempted Fate. And that's going to be not Dave. Taken down. Sniper Boy going to be able to get 1 more stack onto Feast.
They had the right idea, and then when that TB comes, you just get out of there, right? Just catching on the edge of that Bard ult. That's definitely unlucky for the Morgana.
Yeah, also well played by Lord Spud. You know, good movement to dodge what was coming at them, and also kind of balls of steel for staying in that situation. We are going to see Aclinia, though, come down here now and getting a couple of good Heartsteel procs. Lord Spud's going to have to be careful. I think Lord Spud is going to fall. Aclinia picks up a 1,000 gold shutdown. This might not be the drag take that you wanted. LPP Sauce going to stay on it, but Aclinia is so healthy. Heck also here to help. LPP Sauce going to flash over the wall here. They're bringing down Sniper Boy, but Aclinia doing a ton of work here for their team in the fight. They are now going to be alone into 4 members of the side of LPP Boys. Heck trying to do a little bit of damage back, but not quite enough. Not Dave now going to be available, but Heck going to be slowed up. A 4-man Morgana ultimate to start is going to be able to pick up 1 as they go golden with that Sneaker's arm guard. Likely going to die on the back end, though. The Heck one trying to get some trade back kill, and they do, but Sniper Boy gets 1 more stack of Feast for it all. A messy fight that has actually pretty significantly narrowed that gold gap.
Oh yeah, huge shutdown coming out of the Mundo, and that's not what you want if you're LPP. Wanting that Mundo being strong and we're just running through your team with a max HP. But definitely a great fight for Undetermined Pancakes on that jungle, getting back those 2 kills and definitely putting some fight in this game.
Absolutely, I like Undetermined Pancakes. Yeah, despite the scoreline, Mundo has now found themselves to be the 2nd most wealthy individual in the entire game, behind, of course, Lord Spud. So, really going to be watching to see what this big boy can get done in that side lane with the money that they just got. They, you have the Gormogs now. I'm assuming that was a pickup. So, they are going to be quite healthy and probably a thorn in the side for LPP Boys to deal with. I don't know, like, there's a certain point at which I don't think Lord Spud can efficiently get through a Mundo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. We'll have to see, though. We'll see how the build comes in for Vel'Koz, see if he can burn him down later in the game. It looks like they're just going to side lane versus each other.
Here we are going to see that right now, but it looks like Aclinia has the same idea I do. Going to be able to immune that stun. Heartsteel proc going to come through. Lord Spud will dodge that cleaver. Quite critical. Think if that cleaver lands, Lord Spud might just be dead.
Yeah, just
so
gets
we're
run
seeing
down.
a similar story up here in the top lane. Heck going to be forced to flash away from the side of LPP Sniper Boy, but not Dave, coming in with the rescue here. For Heck, and they're going to be able to pick up that kill onto Sniper Boy.
Yeah, and another shutdown. Look at the gold lead now. It's under a K. Like, they're getting back into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. There is the threat of Soul Point. Lord Spud taking quite a bit of damage here. So is Aclinia. 1 more going to land. We are going to see the ultimate can use Life Order Disintegration Ray, but the Heartsteel proc is too big, and Lord Spud gets taken out. We are now going to see the side of Undetermined team names starting up this Otacon is going to be hit by the Tempered Fate, but they just don't have the membership to contest. LPP Sauce going in, though, is going to use the ultimate. Red team ultimately wins the Smite fight. But Curse of the Sad Mummy, what can they get done? Shackle's going to be taking some damage as Herald comes into the fray. Heck now going to be looking, and the Herald is going to be used for LPP Sauce to look to escape. On the other side, nope, they're going to be going back in for that top lane turret. Not for the top lane turret, they're going to be going deep undercover into enemy lines. They're trying to cut the wave as they pop out in between the tier 1 and the inhibitor turret. Things coming out here from Not Dave as they're going to try and hunt him down. Dun, 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 dun. I probably can't sing any more than that. Oh, it looks like they are just going to be getting caught out there at the end of that. CC chained up. Aclinia is going to go on a killing spree here. And this Mundo is putting in the work.
Yeah, definitely almost unkillable at this point. And you see LPP try to with the shred of the Atacon onto Undetermined, but you don't have your damage. Nothing is there. Your Vel'Koz is dead, right? That's all your damage. So definitely a great turnaround from Undetermined after the Atacon to get a couple there and survive. But they're coming back in this game. They're actually up gold now.
Yeah, Undetermined team name, 1,000 gold in the lead here. In this mid to late game, 2 minutes here on the next neutral objective spawn, which I expect we will see an explosive fight for. Again, yeah, it's really right now a story of Mundo versus Vel'Koz.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said before, Mundo is getting to the point where he's just going to run down Vel'Koz in these team fights, not allowing him to pepper that damage and just sit there and just keep fighting. It's just going to be hard for him to navigate these team fights. We'll have to see what they can do to block the Mundo.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I expect what you really need is you need Sivir to get a couple more items online. Or you need Cho'Gath to screen the Mundo somehow. But we are going to see Sniper Boy taking a lot of damage, that long-range root coming out.
And the Mundo is the highest level in the game right now, too.
Yeah, level 15. Next highest in the game is going to be our mid laners at 14. 205 CS here on the Mundo. Close on 10 per minute. Not quite, but good work coming out here from Aclinia for the side of Undetermined team name.
I guess you give this drag if you're LPP. I don't know if you could really fight it with the Mundo this strong and your Sivir doesn't have any items.
If you catch people, I think you can, but I do think it requires a catch. It requires, like, okay, we killed Gref, or we killed Heck before it even started. If you can kill Dave, it's especially good. We are going to see Nami ultimate with the Jhin ultimate coming out, and that's so much CC on to count Nugs. You know, oh, Lord Spud trying to get in here, but Aclinia walking fearlessly forward into the side of the enemy team. Heck, now going to be the little tempered fate going to be utilized. Spud setting themselves up on the side, and of course the Sad Mummy is a beautiful combination! Lord Spud deleting 2 members of the enemy team as LPP Sauce sets him up for Lord Spud to knock him down. Now we're going to see a 3v2 here, but Aclinia does a ton of damage. LPP Sauce has to be careful because this Mundo is just going to heal. Lord Spud has the CC chain good, but it won't affect the Mundo, who has that invulnerability. And I think that is going to end up meaning... Oh, the slowdown from the Jhin trap is going to be huge. Lord Spud able to dodge another cleaver, but it's just a game of dodgeball, and Lord Spud is eventually going to fall. Heck, one picks that up, goes on a killing spree. 2K is now the gold lead for the side of Undetermined team name.
Yeah, a little scary coming in from the Undetermined team name as they let the Vel'Koz just one-shot there, the Morgana and the Nami. But definitely great for this Mundo to run them down. See, if it's just Mundo and Vel'Koz, you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. You need Count Nugs to have a little bit more oomph behind their build. Or perhaps like Sniper Boy and Sauce to sort of like juggle the CC, find, you know, some damage of their own because they won't fall to Mundo quite as quickly. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this game evolves. Really, it's kind of the push, and not even the push though. It's just the Mundo show.
We love a good Mundo. Too bad it's not corporate Mundo.
I know. Alois would be somewhat proud. If he's not blasting the push song in his call and just fully ignoring his teammates, I'd be a little sad. Like I get it, you want to be locked in, but I feel like if you're playing Mundo, you have to just be pushing.
Oh, exactly.
And he is gonna go push that bottom lane, it looks like, putting it with the TP available. Maybe a trap here? Where the heck? We're delicately dancing around this Baron.
And no vision for Undetermined.
Kind of hard for them to get in here. They do have this ticking time bomb in bot lane. That means LPP aren't going to be able to be here forever. LPP actually going at it as starting up this Baron. They see a Clinia in the bot lane. Clinia picking up 700 more gold with that turret take. I think they have officially now passed Lord Spud for the wealthiest individual in this game.
Oh yeah, just a couple gold there.
Ooh, Shackles just barely staying alive as we're seeing the contest of the pit. Grab Happiness able to pick one up, but dies for their troubles. The Baron is successfully pulled off as they do get the TP out now from Clinia. There's a huge pressure point for the side of Undetermined team name now going to be used.
Oh, great pick on both sides. 1 for 1, and you get the TP out from the Mundo. Definitely negates that side laning pressure he once had. But here we have them pushing up here on the top against the Corki.
Ooh, Tempered Fate going to be used here. Find a nice stun onto Heck. Good flash going to mean that Heck doesn't die immediately. Heck go ahead and pick up the return kill, but the chomp coming through from Sniper Boiz is going to mean that they pick up 500 gold for their troubles. The hard part about this composition for Undetermined team name, you do not have a very strong Baron take. Jhin takes Baron pretty slowly. I think Corki helps, but okay, now we're going to see going forward, Clinia trying to take out LPP Sauce is going to be able to get it done. Lord Spud now going to be here, and the CC is good. Clinia taking a chunk of damage, going to be forced to utilize that ultimate. Now not Dave looking to get the kill on the Scout. Nugs here is going to be able to find it with the CC chain. Clinia full health again on this Mundo with the curtain call coming in from the side. Lord Spud going to be forced to run away. As Nami's going to find themselves right where they do not want to be. Lord Spud, again, in the face of a Cleaver, is going to be able to dodge that wave, but cannot dodge the Mundo. Clinia goes on a rampage. And lots of Heartsteel procs coming out here. Clinia being taken pretty low, does not have the ultimate, gets eaten there by Sniper Boy. Sniper Boy now looking to turn it here onto Grep Happiness and Not Dave with the backup of Zanny Granny. Zanny Granny going to go in here. Not Dave going to be taking incredibly low. That's going to be a double kill here for Sniper Boy. Looking for Grep Happiness in the back end. I think he's a little bit too fast for them, but really nicely played from Sniper Boy. Picking up that kill onto Clinia. Zanny Granny forced to flash.
Cho'Gath is big enough now. Did wrap his jaws around the Mundo and getting that kill. Great play.
Yeah, our boy grew up to be big and strong. Enough health to be able to go ahead and eat the Dr. Mundo. As we do see LPP go ahead and starting up this Baron.
Yeah, Mundo's down. There's not really much Undetermined can do.
We have rockets. Let's see how this plays out here. Feast is available, so you have quite a powerful smite here. But, ooh, Count Nug's going to be taken out, but here comes that Lifeform Disintegration Ray we have seen so often with no Mundo on the table. It's able to be used quite freely as, yeah, that's going to be a smite chomp here. LPP Boys going to be able to pick up that Baron, and I love how back and forth this game is.
It's great, great Baron take. Understand that the Mundo's not there. Nothing they can do about it. Just have to watch as they take the Baron away from them.
Yeah, and now we have this hard point, though. Soul point here for the side of LPP, who do have Baron buff. But they don't quite have the inside track. They use their tempo to secure that Baron. Clinia back online as well. It does look like they're going to go for this fight. I don't know if it turns out well for them.
No, I just push mid lane. Get the towers.
It does look like that is the ping coming out here for the side of LPP Boys.
Maybe a Mumu steal?
Mumu looking... I mean, this is like, whereas a jungler, you're like, I have to try. Goes for it, doesn't quite get it. They are going to pick up that mid lane turret, though. You do have to be careful of the rest of Undetermined team name wrapping around here. As they are going to be looking to corner the side of LPP Boys. That's going to be 4 of them. They're going to use the Silver Ult to try and get away. Blast Cone's going to throw Count Nugs into the waiting arms of Heck, and Clinia is going to be able to find the front line. Lord Spud's still going to be alive. Still has that Lifeform Disintegration Ray available. A bunch of damage coming out here. There goes Not Dave going to be taken out first. Clinia still going to be alive, but forced to pop the ultimate to stay alive. Grep Happiness now going to be on the flank, and Clinia is looking to run them down. The scary man with the cleaver able to land it onto Zanny Granny there. Lord Spud looking to stick around, but no mana here for this Vel'Koz. and does buy themselves a little bit more time, but it is inevitable. Mundo will always find you.
And that's just this Mundo is huge. It just had nothing to do there. Great play going to mid though, trying to get the towers down, but maybe just a little bit of overstay. Definitely could not get out the Mundo. It's just Mundo pick things up, put them down type moment here. He's just pushing this team to a victory.
Yeah, and this is what really sucks when you get those first 3 dragons and it's not actually creating pressure for you. It's kind of creating pressure for the enemy team because, you know, now they're stacking these mountain drakes, and if I'm thinking about Mundo with 4 mountain drakes, LPP Sauce, that's not where you want to be. He's going to be able to find a nice 3-man ultimate, but ultimately there is no damage there to back up the crowd control. Your jungle no longer belongs to you, my friend. I am sorry. I feel your pain. I agree. Okay? It's fucked up.
Just a little bit, but I always like to see the red buff going over to an 80 carry. I'm going to say Corki. Corki deserved it.
I see. There's no role identity coming out here. We are not biased at all. You know, based on our individual experiences.
You can't tell what roles we play. It's not.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know, chat.
I'm a multi-lane prodigy. That's what they call me. And
yeah, we're now entering into this late game. 3k gold is going to be the lead for Undetermined team name. 28 to 28 kills here in 32 minutes. Absolutely certified banger. All right, I asked you if you were Grep before what you want to do. That kind of happened, and then, you know, Aclinia kind of came out of the foreground, and now they're doing good. So I'm going to put you on the flip side. You are now LPP 8-count nugs. All right, what are you doing?
Praying for 4 items on Sivir. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just praying, trying to get as much items as I can on the Sivir, see if we can get her back into this game before it ends, right? You just don't have the damage. If Lord Spud cannot burst that Mundo down, you're going to have the Sivir, right? The Sivir has to be the one. Got to get Lord Doms or something. Got to get that 4th item online. That's what I'm looking for. I'm asking for everything right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really want to see Sivir being able to, you know, get to that late game point. So trying to funnel all the farm you possibly can into this 80 carry. Really what you want to be seeing. Lord Spud is going to be in a little bit of trouble here, trying to pick one up as they go, but not quite able to. Not Dave going to be the recipient of that particular kill. Ooh, nice stun here, though, from LPP. Sauce going to be hanging out, going to be using the Curse the Sad Mummy as Curtain Call does not look like it was going to be utilized, but not Dave goes golden. Now able to pick up that kill with the burn. Zanny Granny going to be forced to run away, but Aclinia not one to back down.
He wanted to.
Yeah.
he wanted to go to that tower.
He wanted to go. 100%. Now we see 44 seconds here on this next Drake. It is becoming more and more of a pressing issue for the side of LPP Boiz.
Yeah, exactly what you said before with the Mundo and the Mountain Drakes. It's getting worse every second.
Yeah. You hate to see it. But 3.6k gold is going to be the lead here for the side of Undetermined team name, who really have turned it around since the early game. I mean, for a while there, I thought LPP Boiz were going to take it far and away. Certainly not going to be the prevailing narrative here. Also, 800 Heartsteel stacks is a lot.
Yeah, he's got a lot of health. What, he's got 8k, 9k?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about.
Mm.
Another Mountain Drake going over to Undetermined.
Yeah, so that's going to be, gosh, 15% armor and MR. A lot of gold value coming out here from these stacking Mountain Drakes.
Yeah, let's just start the Baron.
Baron start up. This is going to be Mundo plus Corki. Jin will be the last one to get there. King's coming out now. Lord Spud gonna see them, but it's a little bit too little too late, as Lord Spud gonna have their ultimate canceled. LPP Sauce looking to come in, looking to find the counterplay. Curtain call. Lord Spud gonna have to dull. Meanwhile, Chaotic on the other side. Not Dave gonna be able to find the stun. And now Sniper Boiz gonna be the last one left standing in the fight. As they will pick one up, but eventually fall. Ace here.
Yeah. Great fight from Undetermined. I think that's just game, though. You have a
30 seconds.
The timers are kind of high.
30-second timer. You have the Baron buff. Rep Happiness saying, no, I want my CS top lane. Totally respectable. It is likely going to be several structures taken down, if not the entire game. No, probably not the entire game. Looks like it's just going to be some structures here for the side. Well, they might go for it. Clinia using that W does do quite a bit of damage to these turrets. Is just going to be going ahead and tanking it up, as it actually does look like that might just be game. LPP Sauce going to be trying to get in here. Does not quite have Curse the Sad Mummy back up. And Undetermined team name pick up game 1.
Great game coming from them.
Beautiful game. And I will also note, Lil Robot Man gonna be very happy. The only Schmeckel winner on the side of Undetermined team name. The only one who bet for them.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Zodiac, this is LBLCS After Dark. 10 p.m. game start time. You'll love to see it. Now, we were having some issues last stream with the draft link not quite working out. So I'm just going to experiment with that for a little bit. If you want to give me some vampage.
Yeah, I could do that. It's just, you know what? Beautiful Mundo. You know, that game was definitely just a Mundo show, right? Definitely some nerves in the beginning from Undetermined, but you know what? They brought it back, and I'm excited to see what they have for game 2. You know, maybe for the LPP, some more, I don't know, more options, more damage. You get the Vel'Koz fed, but where are we focusing the rest of the team on here, right? We'll have to see what they change up for this second game. And then the side of Undetermined, great game. Let's keep it up. Let's ride that high into the game number 2. Get another tank as tanky as you can.
Yeah.
So
certainly want a repeat performance of game 1. It does look like they will be switching up the sides. Undetermined team name will go ahead and be on blue, so I'm getting that ready for you now as we prepare to next draft. Yeah,
bloody
that
night.
Really ended up being the Mundo game. Do you think we're going to be seeing a Mundo ban? Or do you think we're going to be seeing something that can more effectively deal with the Mundo?
Well, it's fear.
It's Fearless. Jeez, okay, that's the second time I've done that. I'm so not used to casting Fearless. I'm so not used to it. I like how you're just like, does this guy know what the fuck he's talking about? Isn't it?
That's great.
Fearless?
It's late League of Legends. Well, it's late. It's late.
Yeah, what else do you expect from Low Budget LCS After Dark, huh?
Exactly. You don't even have to worry about the Mundo. The Mundo's in your past. Forget about that game.
Gone. All right, so I'm going to pivot my question then. What other champions could we see here? Played by... I'm forgetting his name because he's not in the lobby. It started with an A, I think.
A client?
A client. What are we going to see them play? What else is Mundo like that we could perhaps see have as strong of an impact on the game as we did there?
You got something like Melphite, Scion. There's a lot of options that he can bring out. Even an Ornn, just something if he's comfortable with that tank, or he could throw us a curveball and play like Tryndamere and kind of take that high of destroying a team and keep it rolling and kind of push that top lane down. We'll have to see what he pivots to, or if he just stays on the same track with the tanks here in game number 2.
Yeah, Tryndamere, weirdly, I feel like is similar to Mundo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
It's like Mundo goes where he pleases, Tryndamere goes where he pleases.
Tryndamere also can get out when he pleases.
Mm-hmm. Both of them have that sort of unkillable button. Obviously, one of them is a little bit more binary than the others. We are going to see, similar bans across the table. Vi ban, Caitlyn ban, Jarvan ban, Vladimir ban. Vladimir ban in game 1?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, change for Syndra ban though.
Yes, Syndra ban going to be coming out from Undetermined. What interesting when you see bans change for blue side. I feel like you usually see red side bans change because they're worried about first pick. We are going to see Trinity banned away. But the Renekton putting faith in their top laner yet again. The Croc coming out from Undetermined team name.
Definitely one of those champions, one of his higher played champions too at that. Definitely riding the high for this top laner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So riding that high from game 1. Poppy is going to be the pick on the other side. Now that could be jungle. Could also be top lane. Renekton has a fair amount of dashing. Could be sort of like a counter pick call out. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this draft goes. That.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's probably jungler top.
Or
Trying to look through some champs.
Zaya. A pick up here from LPP Boiz. Not really what I was expecting. Ooh. The Jinx Lulu pick coming out for Undetermined team name. This team looks formidable already. Just those 3 champs.
Looks very scary. Well, like I said, El Clasico, the Lulu Jinx bot lane, definitely a staple. And with the nice early game Renekton.
Mm-hmm. Renekton. I mean, I play League with a lot of Renekton connoisseurs. A lot of the folks in my orbit have played Renekton top a lot. So I feel like they would be like, well, Renekton really scales at like all phases of the game. Or, I mean, it's really like, he is a champion where it's like, your fate is in your hands. If you play it right, you'll be able to scale because you'll be ahead. It'll be fun to see here. We're going to see Smolder getting banned out, Pantheon getting banned out. On the other side, Hui. Respecting the mid laner here.
Yeah. Especially with that performance on the Vel'Koz, how would we expect him to? A little bit of lockdown on the side of LPP Boiz of Pantheon. And then scaling must be Smolder mid they're worried about in the mid lane.
Yeah. It could be. I mean, it has to be. Unless they're calling out, like, oh, no, Smolder jungle. Man. Smungle. You never heard of Smungle?
No, but it could be.
Listen, I got to play in the show match, the off-season, like, all-pro show match this year. And I handshaked with the person on the other side that we were going to both play. I think it was Perky, I think. Great player. We were going to both play Zeri jungle. And first time it on stage.
Yeah, I did that for our game in jungle, the show match.
Mm-hmm.
The Zungle. I love it.
Wilbur Raw Man calling out a potential Elise pickup, but we already see the Trundle, which I'm expecting jungle. Again, could not be, but I think it is.
Yeah, most likely. And then the Ivern too.
Ivern,
So Poppy
interesting.
top.
LPP Boys putting a lot of eggs in the Zaya damage basket. Ari gonna round out opposition here, it looks like. Undetermined team name. As yes, that will be Poppy top then. Mid laner to counter them all. Zareth here from LPP Boys. Another sort of artillery mage pickup here.
Yeah.
Alright. If you were like shown these two compositions, given the option to play in which one, which team are you picking? Which comp do you think wins?
Undetermined. I just think it's simple, right? I like the simple drafts, and I think just Lulu, Jinx, Ari mid, Renekton top, like you can't go wrong with that draft. It's just simple, sweet, little bow on top compared to the Zaya Rakan type with the Zer. Just yeah, I feel like Undetermined definitely has the edge up in the draft here.
Yeah, the burden of execution certainly seems to be on the side of the LPP boys, who are going to be looking a little bit more sparse here. But,
Hey, I'm here for it. See if they can cook up something.
yeah, I mean, lots of shielding. So Ivern, biggest solo target shields in the game. Daisy also no frickin' joke. Daisy's kind of her own champion.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah. So it is going to be on the side of Undetermined to, I think, a very easy pitfall to fall into with a comp like this is the Ari and the Renekton and the Trundle get a little bit too eager to dive into the enemy backline to really go aggressive at LPP boys, and then they leave the Jinx Lulu alone. And I could see, a pick-off happening with, like, Ivern Q, Daisy over the top, Poppy slam into the wall, and then, like, Zareth artillery coming in could take them out while, Rakan and Zaya sort of run away from the engage and then are able to turn it on the back end. But ultimately, we will have to see what ends up happening here.
Exactly, and don't forget the Ivern shields. I feel like they're underlooked at in the game. I feel like Ivern shields are definitely something to be scared of if on the side of Undetermined as well.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate the Ivern.
Who do you think is a good candidate on the side of Undetermined to buy a... why am I forgetting the name? The shield cut
Serpent's
assassin.
Fang?
Serpent's Fang, thank you.
Probably it'd have to be. I would say it'd either have to be Jinx or maybe Renekton. Probably the Jinx. Definitely maybe like a fourth item or something like that. I don't know if anybody else could really build it at this point. But yeah, definitely looking for that to be purchased for them.
Zodiac coming in with the chat with Serpent's Fang Lulu pickup. I'm here for it.
I would love that.
I mean, you would be supporting your team in that no one else would have to buy a Serpent's Fang. Right?
True. Serpent's Fang Runan, so he can just pepper out every single person, right? Huh? Does that work?
I'm not sure, but maybe. Lulu AD Jinx support.
Lethal Tempo, Lulu.
Yeah. We do have Schmeckle betting coming on out. Please don't forget to put your Schmeckles in the pot so that it can be, nice and juicy for everyone involved.
Who knows? Maybe you'll be the only one voting for one team and get all the schmeckles.
Yeah, you might strike absolute Schmeckle gold out here.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Yeah, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Who dares
Bye, voice line for you there. Alright, so your prediction here is an undetermined team name 2-0. Yeah?
Yeah. Yep, if I have to say.
People fear what they
Yep.
cannot understand.
think it very well could be. I
As
think
you
if
wish.
LPP boys can have the same sort of performance they did last time in the early game and sort of maintain it, I think they're a little bit more safe from being run down by Renekton than they were Mundo. So it could be a little bit better of a game if they get that early lead, but I also think their competition makes it a little bit harder to get an early lead here. They feel slightly more scale-oriented.
Yeah, definitely more scaly. I'm hoping for a game 3. Who isn't, right? In this LBLCS matchup, but yeah, we'll have to see. Definitely pathing bot, definitely trying to get the kills on the Zaya early, and then yeah, let's see if they can turn it around, not give up too many picks or shutdowns to Undetermined like they did last game.
Shed light on our fears.
What did I do?
Yeah, and
I see you
it's
lack
going to be fun to watch go through here. I'm excited to see what this Xerath can get done. You know, the Vel'Koz last game was absolutely outstanding. The Lord Spud show was, for the first half of the game, very, very strong. Just, it's really hard to deal with the Mundo as a Vel'Koz. So that's where the picking comfort, you know, can kind of hurt. But this game, I don't feel like you have quite as much trouble with that. Trundle and Renekton do give you, you know, a fair amount of issues. But overall, I think you're a lot happier with there not being someone who can sort of immune that that CC you got.
Yeah, just got to be worried. Like, if he could stay still in a team fight and just stay outside of any danger, yeah, 100%. Xerath could definitely put down some damage, but I'm just a little worried on how far away you can get from this Renekton Trundle running at you with Pillar and Slice and Dice and all that. So we'll have to see if he could stay safe.
Will be the name of the game here. Of course, Lord Spud is not the only member on the side of LPP Boiz. We could see Count Nugs coming out, having a good showing here on this Zaya. Danny Granny in support. We might see Poppy popping off. I am interested to see Ivern and Poppy interact. I think that is quite a bit of CC that might be, you know, pretty hard to deal with.
You know what I want to see? I want to see this Poppy turn into the Mundo from last game. That's what I want to see. Just running down the janks in the team fights, just being that strong take, and just do it back to them. You know what? The Mundo did it back to you. Let's turn around on them.
Now, do you want to see like Tank Poppy doing that, or do you want to see like Lethality Poppy? God, I miss AP Poppy. I miss when AP Poppy was a thing. Do you remember old AP Poppy?
I don't even know if
It's
I
like
was playing
season
then.
3, 4.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was before my time. That was probably disgusting. What's AP on Poppy? What they?
Her whole kit used to have AP scaling.
Oh, it did. All right.
And it used to be different. Like a similar vibe where she would like ram people into walls, and then I think she had an empowered auto on her Q. But it was like, if you just built full AP Poppy, you could just ease someone to a wall and one-shot them if you had any sort of lead.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. It was simpler times.
Scary times for an ADC.
Very scary times. Zodiac, bring back old Poppy ult. I can't remember what old Poppy ult was. Can you give me a rundown, Zoo? I'm like totally blanking. I feel like I should remember it, but I don't remember. What was Poppy's old ult? Old Poppy ult. There we go. Thank you, Google. Focuses the target enemy champion, dealing increased damage to them and ignoring effect. Here's Poppy's old ultimate. Diplomatic immunity. Focuses the target enemy champion for the next few seconds, dealing increased damage to them and becoming immune to all effects not originating from their target for the duration.
Oh. Only target that can do damage.
So it's like kind of like a Mordekaiser ult, but like not quite, you know?
Yeah, because you know that 1v1, it's just kind of everybody trying to damage you, but they can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old Poppy used to have like a 40% AP scaling on her E, and then a 60% AP scaling on the Q. And you would just slam them into a wall, hit them with the Q.
Yeah, it's just like it's an easy pick. You pop the ult and just E him into the wall.
Mm-hmm. What you can also do is you can pop the ult, right? And then you can go ahead and pop your ult on someone random, like someone who's not going to be hurting you, and then go after the ADC. Right? You pop your ult on someone on like one side of the fight, and then you go towards the other side.
Yeah.
We are going to see again LPP Boiz giving us the 5-man rundown into bot lane versus Undetermined team names 5 stack. Rep happiness. Gonna see that this is happening. Drop an award. Ivern Q. Not gonna find a target.
Not letting game 1 repeat itself.
Mm-hmm. I love teams that make sure you're online from the start.
Invade every game. That's what every team should do.
Mm-hmm.
Tip. Invade every game.
Invade every game. Run in every game. If there's a Braum on your team, you have to run at them. You have to sprint at them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there's a Scion, you all have to sit in the bush and just wait.
Yeah. Absolutely. 5-stack counter invade. We're going to see green fully for Xerath. Yeah, 10 gold plus 10. Ooh, we might see a little bit of a fight in the bot lane here. Zanny Granny gonna be able to find a knockup onto Grep Happiness. But, not much more gonna happen there. I expect this top lane to be quite spicy. Now, Zanny Granny taking them really low there. Lulu autos just whittling them down.
Yeah, Lulu level 1 is scary. Definitely have to watch out for that.
We are going to see, again, the Trundle's going to be pathing towards the top side, which I'm going to fix some of the ordering here. Meanwhile, Ivern will be pathing bot side. Now, Ivern, as you may imagine, a little bit of a unique champion when it comes to pathing. Does Xerath have first strike? Xerath has first strike. If that's what you mean, Terry. But Ivern has to prep the camps and then has to go back to them, which also can instantly take a camp with Smite, but it costs health and mana resources to do so. So we are going to see the first gank coming here. Nice flash face first there for Lord Spud. Not Dave looking to get the damage down. One more auto is going to be able to do it. Not Dave picking up the first blood on a very different champ from game 1.
Great pillar into the flash charm coming in from the Ahri.
Yeah, see,
Great
Panther, I'm talking like I know what Ivern pathing does, and then as you point out, yes, he is actually pathing up. Because he started his camps up there and then went to go do the bot camps. So, Ivern also pathing towards this top side here. You just did too much talking about Seraph's Ascendance there. Heck, gonna be able to dodge. Oh, wait. This is interesting. They've swapped mid and top. I somehow missed that. So the Heck one now is going to be playing this Renekton in the top lane, and Eclinia, who was on the Mundo in last game, is playing this Ahri.
All right, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting here. But yeah, Ivern, unique jungler. It makes him a little more invadable, because if you're tracking him well enough, you can know what side he's set up, and you can go ahead and take that camp before he's able to go back and claim it. And that can be quite devastating for an Ivern, particularly in the early game. On the other hand side, because he can instantly take a camp that he's marked, it makes him really good at invading, as we're going to see. Ooh, that was a scary stun there onto Sniper Boy on the top side. Sniper Boy, not a lot of mana left. But Ivern can just pop a camp real fast, and there's not much you can do about it. You can't really smite fight him. So, also makes him quite good at invading himself.
I love to see how he navigates here. Is definitely some training in the top side. Not really worried about anybody dying up there, though. They're just hitting each other.
Yeah, that's what we call wet noodle fight.
Yes.
Yeah. So, or pool noodle fight, whatever you want to call it. They're just kind of slapping each other. So we are going to see Ivern down here. Shackle's 3F going forward, but is going to get knocked up there and rooted there from Sauce. Lots of damage coming down here. The Lulu is going to be able to be picked up there by exactly who you wanted on 8-count Nugs. Getting that kill.
Great bait coming in from Xayah, acting like she's all alone when Ivern's sitting in the try.
As we're going to see a repeat of what happened earlier, Lord Spud has no mana here, and we know the flash was already utilized. The charm is going to be good, and that is good synergy there between Eclinia and not Dave Jungle.
Deja vu.
We have seen this one before. I know a certain 80 carry player in low budget LCS who is adamant that Trundle Pillar is the most broken non-ultimate ability in the game.
It is pretty broken. I mean, the slow itself is...
Yeah, it's got displacement. It can cause padding issues if you put it in the right spot.
I freak out when I see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Are going to see Renekton inning 6 with that Dominus here as the Ocean Drake go ahead and gets picked up by Ivern. I actually know a little Ivern poem, if you want to hear it.
Do tell.
My name is Ivern. I speak for the trees. Help me with dragon, or I'll break your fucking knees. Inspired by Ivern's incredibly poor Drake take, but he does go ahead and pick that one up.
I'm loving it. Oh, God.
What's the worst non-ult ability in the game? The worst non-ult ability?
Like, worse for us or bad?
I think bad. I think I've thought about this before, and I feel like my answer is Blitzcrank W. Because how many abilities are there out there that, like, have negative effects on your champion after you use them, right? Like, he gets slowed. He gets a tiny little speed boost, and then he gets slowed immediately. Like, Vyq, sure, like, maybe slows you down, like, a little bit, but it's a great gap closer, right? But he just gets a speed up, and then he immediately loses that speed, so he can't really use it to, like, effectively run away. So we're going to see a little bit of a fight here, both in top and bot sides. Grep Happiness going to be the target of the Exhaust. Meanwhile, Heck going to be forced to use that Dominus. Mundo does lose health when missing Q. Zac also spends health on abilities. But I feel like Mundo Q, like, ooh, Grep Happiness going to be in a lot of trouble. Going to be forced to utilize the barrier. The pullback, not quite going to be able to find anything there. Grep Happiness forced to use both their summoners as well as Shackle's 3F heals. Heck, now going to be the target of Daisy. We talked about this earlier. Daisy, I think one more attack might be knock-up coming through. Lots of damage here, but Daisy will be underneath that turret. I also love the second we say, like, most broken ability in the game, the chat, like, lights up with, like, nah, Mel W gotta be broken. What about Windwall and Zandy Granny taking a chunk of change there? I don't know. What do you think the most, like, the worst non-ultimate ability is? Like,
I've been trying to think of one when you were talking about Blitzcrank, but I can't. Blitzcrank's, like, you're right. It sucks. It slows down. Like, you get tired in a video game. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play a survival game when I'm playing League of Legends, right?
No, exactly.
100%. This game, not a certified banger, by the way.
No, not yet. It's about to
We're
be.
going to see nice charm up there for the quickness. Grep Happy is taking a lot of damage, but that's that signature Lulu ult. Tons of damage coming through, though. LPP Zanny Granny is going to be the recipient of that kill. Maybe not quite who you wanted it to go onto, but a nice 2v2 in the bot lane there from the LPP boys. Regardless, is now we're going to see Teleport coming in here. That is going to be a Clinia here on the Ahri going for that wave.
Getting something back, pushing that wave, trying to deny some minions. Maybe looking for an overstay, but they're just going to back off. Ooh.
Nidalee
coming
Human
in
Form W, I think that's a good pitch. I think also, like, Quinn W, really not that useful. Like, it's okay. Temp W isn't best. Temp? Emo?
Emo?
Azir, Q, and E, they don't work without W.
Oh, I know the worst ability. It has to be Aphelios E. It just tells you the gun.
Oh.
Does that count?
Yeah, Panther calling it out in the chat too. Aphelios E. We're gonna see a bit of a fight here in the top lane. The Noodles are fighting.
They're getting wet.
Human for W is a massive part of her kit. Ooh, yeah, Dominus being popped here. LPP boy has to be careful, but here comes the Ivern, and the shields are going to be big. Flash forward is going to be Feats of Warfare claimed now for Undetermined team name. Heck will shortly fall here between the turret and Daisy. LPP Sauce going to be able to pick that one up. LPP boys now looking for a counter kill, but Dave coming in here through with that most broken non-ultimate ability, as we are going to see. The Feather Collar coming through, but not going to find the route onto Dave. The Super Mega Death Rocket picking it up in the end, and Grep Happiness is happy after that play.
Great counter. Great game coming in from both sides with the Ivern and the Trundle.
Oh, Human Form W is massive part of the game. I understand. You're talking about Quinn. Clinia going to be in a little bit of trouble potentially here. Now has Shackles 3F to support. Dave coming in as well. There's going to be a lot of damage, though, coming down there onto Shackles. Shackles forced to flash away. Is going to be alive for now, though. The Lulu still staying alive. Grep Happiness coming in this one. Dave getting incredibly low. Now here comes the Seraph ultimate, but Grep Happiness has gotten excited. Here comes the Gatling gun. Clinius is going to flash forward. He's going to be able to find that charm, but now here, Count Nugs back in the game. Ooh, you don't want to get rooted and stunned here. If you're Grep Happiness, here come the feathers, and Lord Spud goes on a killing spree.
Great job. The Jinx almost got excited enough to wipe out the team, but definitely a great try for both ends. It's going to be a drag for LPP boys, second one of the game.
Yeah.
But they're still debating the worst ability.
Yeah. I forgot that Quinn W was the mark as well. I'll concede that. As far as for most broken basic abilities, isn't all of Oxtron's shit on his W for some reason? Isn't the whole revive passive on his W?
I think so.
Because I think that's a pretty solid pitch.
How about Callista W?
What does Callista W even do? I don't know.
Isn't that the her like little vision thing she sends out?
Oh. Yeah, that annoys me as a jungler, though. You know?
I get
annoyed by the little ghost. But
I forget about it.
Pretty useful. I mean, useless. It's like pretty easy to dodge.
Yeah. And it screams at you.
It does scream. You be screaming. Let's see. Can I think of any other useless abilities? Boiz kit's all good. Wukong's kit is all good. Jarvan W, honestly, not that useful. It's not the worst, though. Like, Blitz W is still worse. We're going to see the Quicklets coming out here from Grep Happiness, but, you know, health bar's still looking pretty good. Feather Collar, not going to find anything. Not Dave.
Trundle.
Now coming as well. This is looking perhaps a little bit scary as we're seeing Lethal Tempo stacking up there. This top lane, Sniper Boy. Pull it up, what the heck? You see Xerath has come down to this bot side, potentially looking for an artillery play. We're going to see here comes Daisy, not Dave, QB and CC'd to the high heavens, but there comes the Blue Wall. It's going to be keeping them alive for now. Ultimate going to be forced to use, but eventually they do fall. Grep Happiness looking to find the kill. Does manage to find it, gets excited. LPP Sauce going to be the target now. Stands inside the Redemption, is going to be alive. Xerath damage coming in through the top. So far it's 2 for 1. Xerath damage really high though. Grep Happiness does get taken out by Lord Spud. Lord Spud showing up on these artillery mages.
Oh, I'm loving it from Lord Spud, hitting everything. Yeah, I don't think he's missed one Q. Definitely taken out most of them there.
Yeah, lots of damage coming up here. And also, I want to give praise here to LPP Sauce. Instrumental for a lot of the plays here for the LPP boys in this game too.
Yeah, it's the Daisy. Definitely getting annoying.
It is nice to be like, summon another player. Now we can
just walk away.
Top tier, Sniper Boy going to have to be in trouble. The ultimate can be used to keep themselves alive. Nice little traits of ultimate there for Sniper Boy.
Wow, I didn't think that stun went that long.
Now Herald going to be started up here. I forget who claimed Warfare, but 2 Drakes to 3 Grubs is going to be the neutral objective here, and no turrets have fallen just yet, so these are not gone. Quickly is going to be used. Stolen away! The Herald gets picked up by LPP Sauce, and there's a lot of damage coming out here through. The Xerath ultimate doing a ton of damage to Super Mega Death Rocket, not going to do anything there. Not Dave. Bites off a little bit more than he can chew. Thank you. Unknown team name got Warfare.
Yeah, Undetermined. Great steal, though, coming from the Ivern. Ivern showing up.
Showing up big here in the second game. Now, not a significant lead here for the side of LPP. They have managed to pick up the feats of monster slaying with that steal as well. So first brick for the turrets is going to determine who gets those feats ultimately. I would say they're slightly ahead right now, the LPP boys. Not monetarily, but it certainly seems like they have the momentum. But, you know, we saw that last game again, and they eventually lost it. 8 count Nug's going to be forced to utilize that ultimate. That's going to be big for the dueling in the bot lane.
Yeah, they did lose it. They had a great early game, and gotta be worried about the mid game. But they're just wet noodle fighting top lane.
Yeah. Heck, going to be popping the Dominus here. Sniper Boy going to be on the receiving end, but LPP Sauce available yet again, rooted up underneath the turret. That's going to be 1 shot, that's going to be 2 shot, that's going to be red shot, that's going to be blue shot. Still alive, though. Flash forward, flash away, traded. Now we're going to see mid lane. Xerath. Ooh, not Dave, taking quite a bit of damage there. Lord Spud doing their classic Super Mega Death Rocket coming through the Redemption, going to be helping to keep them alive. Using that Xerath ultimate to try and do some damage. Now this mid turret might be a point of contention though. Drake is up for the side of LPP boys. Should they wish to take it? They already have 2, but it looks like Undetermined team name will have the inside track onto that one. Not Dave, starting it up.
They should put the Rift Herald mid. Get that feats of strength.
The Rift Herald is in the pocket here. Sniper Boy gonna go ahead and stop Hex back. Heck, gonna be very low here. Sniper Boy red buff available. Charging in. The Heck has to be careful. Sniper Boy takes it down. We're gonna see the dragon getting taken by Undetermined team name. That's gonna relieve some pressure as we go into this mid late game.
Yeah, great dragon take and great realization on Poppy to just go in on that renecting, understanding your damage, understanding you can get that kill.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely still has the rift too.
You'd want to drop that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Self-feeds. Ooh, Charm gonna be landed there underneath the turret. Not gonna be quite enough though. The Redemption coming out here. Gosh, that Redemption heal is massive. Dave
It's like
now
80%
available, will get rooted. LPP, Zanny Granny. Getting in trouble here, though. Charmed up. That's going to be Clinia going unstoppable here on this Ahri. And we're seeing a familiar story starting to unfold.
Yeah, the artillery.
Ooh, could be forced to be popped. The shield just keeping them alive. But it's a Clinia versus Lord Spud yet again.
No, exactly, and just giving up a little bit too much, maybe getting over eager, looking for stuff from LPP. Let's see if they can stop it and kind of keep their lead that they have going for them.
Yeah, I am loving this poppy here from Sniper Boy. Being very strong into the connection here up in the top lane.
Yeah, especially with the whatever it's called, Sundered Sky.
Linnea, ooh, Zanny Granny taking up that charm. Dominus being popped in the last second to save Heck's life. Incredible stuff coming out here. Now, it looks like first tower did actually end up going over to Undetermined team name.
Really?
Yeah.
With the Rift Herald. Wow.
Rift Herald just now getting spawned. Maybe they were looking for a more advantageous place time to use it. It will take out that mid turret. It's going to be important here in this game. Zanny Granny now potentially looking for Heck here. The quickness going to be utilized. Not quite going to be able to be landed. That's going to be the combo you need. But now Dave is going to be here. Utilizing that Trundle ultimate. He's going to be stealing those resistances. Doing quite a bit of damage. But here comes the Ivern from the other side. But Grab Happiness also going to be there. And this looks like it's going to be a fight. Damage coming through the top. But lots of damage coming in from Not Dave. One's going to be picked up. But Not Dave. Forced to run for the hills. Grab Happiness getting excited. Is going to not quite land that Zapper onto Spud.
He wanted it. Those resets were coming in.
They were coming in, but it is just going to be a 1-for-1 in the overall scheme of things. About a 1k gold lead here now for the side of LPP Boiz.
Yeah, maybe they can get a tower on the second side. Oh, never mind. TP coming in.
The Heck one. No. Not having the easiest game, but still holding it down where their team needs it.
What the heck?
Linnea getting the side turret. More gold going into this Ahri's pocket. We can go ahead and take a peek. 9,000 gold here for both mid laners is going to be, just about tied for the most of the game. About 600 more gold there onto the Ahri, which will translate to, a little bit more components. Or actually, no, they look like they're somehow down an item. Is it because they bought the upgraded shoes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 500 gold right there.
Mm-hmm. So yes, it looks like we are getting ourselves another little Drake skirmish here. Interesting to see how this one goes.
They're on the cusp of being a banger right now.
Oh yeah, we're real close. 21. We just need a kill in this next minute. All right. Now, if you see this game state, we're talking ADCs here. Which ADC would you rather be? Would you rather be the Xayah here, or would you rather be the Jinx?
I would rather be, if I had to say, I would rather be the Jinx. Definitely.
Okay, so despite being at a little bit of a deficit, you'd much rather be in that position right now.
Yeah, I feel like from just some of these resets, that Jinx is definitely... Oh.
Yeah, we're going to see Dave getting charmed up here, but the Clinia has a charm of their own. Not Dave going to be the target of the entire enemy team, but there comes the Lulu ult to keep them alive. Xerath damage coming over the top going to mean that Not Dave is going to fall, but tons of damage is coming out here from Grab Happiness. Heck now going to be in the back line of the team, but does get thrown away by the Poppy ult. Poppy ramming a Clinia into the wall. Absolutely the Sniper Boy show on this fight. Grab Happiness not able to find a reset. Half health on almost the entire enemy team, though. Looking to try and find Sniper Boy, but the shielding from the Ivern is just too much, and the LPP boys find all but one. Actually, that's a... Yeah, all but one.
All but one. Did I say I wanted to be the Jinx? I was just kidding. I'll be the Xayah in this situation. I just saw those shields that team fight. There's no way you're getting through those.
Yeah, I think I think the words Serpent's Fang are starting to be uttered in the VC for the side of Undetermined team name. As yeah, Otacon also looks like it's going to be the prize here. No! TP coming out here, Aclinia not wanting to let them have this. Not Dave coming through as well, immediately going golden. Not Dave going in. They're currently 2 versus 4. The Otacon does shred resistances, don't forget it. Now Lord Spud here as well, but they're not wanting to give this one up. 3k and dropping. Smite available for both junglers. Ivern's won these before, but here comes Super Mega Death Rocket, not going to land quite onto anybody. And Clinia now looking for Scout Nugs. Count Nugs going to be going in. Not Dave, going to be looking for the Smite. Is not quite going to find it. LPP Sauce coming through with the Smite yet again. Zanny Granny getting taken quite low, but the heals from the double supportive team of LPP boys come through and keep everyone alive. Sniper Boy might be in a little bit of trouble as that's going to be a nice placement for the pillar, but again, so much shielding, so much shielding. And then over the top, you have the artillery firing back. This composition from LPP boys just looks fantastic.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, those shields, the heals, redemption, a huge item right now. It's just, how do you get a kill here if you're the side of Undetermined? The shields are too big right now.
Yeah, so starting to think about maybe getting a Serpent's Fang. I would expect it to be on this Renekton if it ends up anywhere. As sort of the best chance, I feel like, of applying it. But going to be a hard one. 2 items here now for the Jinx. We are going to see Heal Cut coming out here through actually as a detour item for Aclinia on this Ahri.
I could see it. I could see maybe why wanting that. Yeah.
Oh, Heck 1 just taking a beating here from Sniper Boy. And Sniper Boy, I also want to sing their praises. So instrumental in that last fight. Like, really, really big plays. Not throwing Heck 1 out of the backline, which was the whole thing that Undetermined team name were able to get. Ooh, Count Nugs might be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to be forced to utilize that ultimate. It does not quite have the angle to find the route. Shutdown going over to Aclinia, and that's a lot of gold.
That's huge for the side of Undetermined. Oh.
On the other side, Heck 1 getting taken out of their own turret range, but is going to be able to have quite a big health pop from both the Dominus and the Lulu ultimate. Will be trying to fight back here. Here comes Daisy, though. Grep Happiness now going to be available on the backside. Root is going to land, though, and it looks like that engagement will just be done. Ping's now coming out here for this mid turret.
Yeah, but back to that bot lane skirmish there with the Xayah. That's what they're looking for. That's what happened last game. They got the lead, and LPP boys just let it up by giving them picks, and it's starting to happen again. Let's see if they can keep it cool and make sure they can keep this lead.
Yeah, Sniper Boy might be in a little bit of trouble here. Here comes the pillar. There's lots of damage coming out here from Grep Happiness. Grep Happiness just going to switch to the Gatling gun and auto them down. Shut down, going over to the Jinx. And certainly in a better position than they were at the same time point in Game 1. You can't imagine LPP boys are not sweating this. They're going to immediately start up this Baron after getting that pick.
A big call this early in the game.
Yeah, but the Jinx being excited. You know, it's already down to 9k HP. We're going to see Teleport coming out here from the Xerath. A lot of wards. They are going to start getting... Ooh, the Xerath damage is a little bit high. Then here comes the quickness coming through for Zanny Granny. Shackle's going to be incredibly low, and now the side of Undetermined team name, I think, have to flee from this engagement. Lenny on the other side. Sniper Boy has TP and will be up so soon. And again, Lord Spud quashing the hopes and dreams here for Undetermined team name.
Yeah, just so much damage coming out for the Xerath right now. Almost on the Rabadons, too. Definitely more coming as they're looking to get some more kills.
Yeah. Heck, forced to flash away there. Did trade it. Jungler's flash. Ooh, Charmlin there on the Sniper Boy. Going to be followed up with the stun. Now here comes the artillery shots from that Xerath. Shackle's going to be forced to use the Lulu ult, but dies anyway as Lord Spud goes godlike.
Yep, now they're going to turn on to the Baron.
Yeah. Baron going to be the target there. Lulu not available. Clinia, Lord Spud, gonna be forced to flash away there. They're gonna be able to stick on it for now. 9k dropping. The rest of the team's trying to get there. 5k, 4, 3. Clinia trying to go in, but the bushes deny the vision. 2, 1. Stolen away by Not Dave! Able to pick that one up, and now we're gonna have to see what happens at the back end. Greg Happiness getting excited, doing quite a bit of damage, but Heck fading into the front line. Resets going over. Clinia gonna be able to find Lord Spud on the back line. Heck staying alive for long enough. Does fall eventually, as now we see Sniper Boy versus Grep Clinia. But Count Nugs is gonna go ahead and abandoned Sniper Boy there. Sniper Boy gonna find a route there onto Grep Happiness. Sorry, stunned to the wall, but Grep Happiness able to stay alive.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
And they're back in the game. A steal of the Baron coming in from Not Dave. Beautiful, just flash smite onto the Baron, giving the resets for Jinx. That is what they wanted, and they got it all.
Absolutely. Huge Baron play there. Now up about 300 gold here for the side of Undetermined team name. And I bet you might want to be this Jinx again, huh?
I'm starting. It's starting to tremor. You know, the side's starting to go towards the Jinx here. Still kind of want a Serpent's Fang, though.
Yeah, I do want to see a Serpent's Fang coming out here. It doesn't look like it's being built by the Renekton, so it's going to be a rough one for shielding. They are going to go ahead and start up this dragon, though. It will drop pretty quick. Does get taken there by the blue team. They now are in the same situation as last time where they got 2, and Lord Spud gets picked up. That's going to be that pillar providing the value we want to see. And now the Baron upside of Undetermined team name are going to find themselves in a 5 versus 4. Oh, and they have a nice flank here. Zanny Granny going to be using the quickness, but that might be their downfall. You have a dash to get out. Not Dave looking to go forward. Not able to find too much there. Do you think they're likely just going to go ahead and back out? God, those shields do look thick, though.
They're getting real thick, but again, it's the same situation as last game. Mountain Soul, Mountain Drags, and they're starting to stack them.
Yeah, you're going to get this mid-turret there, too. Will help extend their gold lead a little bit here. As, yeah, 2 Mountain Drags versus 3. We've seen this story before. Now, I will say, it's not as one-sided as last game. Last game, it was just kind of like Mundo came online, Mundo took over the game. Here, it's been sort of a mix. Like, it's Ari plus Dave plus Grep plus Shackles plus... Like, everyone's contributing, right, to these fights. So it's not like there's this one champion you just can't deal with. I think LPP Boys definitely still have the tools to deal with the side of Undetermined team name. They've just found some really clutch last couple fights.
No, exactly. They're playing extremely well. And the side of LPP, they're still in this game. They're still, I would say, strong. Like you said, those shields are just so massive. Utilize them in these team fights. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit harder for them to end this game for Undetermined. But LPP, I believe.
Yeah, LPP looking to take us to a 3rd game.
A little calmness.
Yeah, a little calm before the storm.
Yeah, listen to the breeze.
We have entered certified banger territory. Thank you so much to both teams for making a bloodbath. We'd love
I
to
appreciate it.
But now, if you're on the side of LPP, you're looking at Ari, you're looking at Jinx, and you're saying, hey, we got some shutdowns to collect for ourselves. And it's not like either of them have proven invincible this game. So, you're looking to see if they can pull something out.
Yeah, 100%. Great dodge.
Yeah, Spud might be in trouble here. Seeing like they're prepping for a dive underneath this turret. They're actually going to turn back and go look towards helping defend Jinx in the mid lane. PP sauce here. See the Vi into the Ari here, this side lane.
Maybe the Renekton feels like he has a better chance against Azura.
I think that's very fair. You know, you're rejecting, you get on top of Seraph. Lord Spud might be in a little bit of trouble. Also, this Poppy has been quite good at denying the Renekton what they want to do.
Huge just map take from Undetermined too. Just have so much space to get all their vision down.
Yeah. Certainly a less stable game this time, though. Minute 20 beyond this next Drake as they go ahead and find their resets. I am appreciating the coordination here from Undetermined team name.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely going together in the jungle, not trying to get solo picked. Getting the vision down, clearing the vision. Checking all the boxes. That's what we'd love to see.
Panther calling out that LPP needs Dragon Soul. Game is over. So now we're going to see Sniper Boy giving them the receiving end of subjugation. That's not Dave going forward there. But lots of shields here from Sauce. And now they're turning it 2 versus 3. Damage going over there on the Shackles. Xerath, the ult coming through on top. Now here comes the quickness running through. The ult going to be utilized to help Heck get out of there.
Careful on the Xerath here.
Yeah, Xerath, Grep, you have to be careful just throwing the barrier instantly. But they are doing this Baron. However, on the other side of the map, Alcinia, or Clinia, is on an inhibitor turret.
Yeah, he's going to get it, but at what cost? It's just going to be a Baron take for LPP.
Yeah, LPP going to pick up that Baron. But it is going to force at least part of the team to reset so that perhaps Undetermined team name can get this Dragon Soul. They're not the healthiest for it, though. And gosh, just look at the health bars on the other side of the map. Linnea now going to be there. TP coming in from Poppy, but they are TPing into all 5 members. They're going to be rooted up. They're going to be charmed, but the shields look like they're just too much. Dominus going to be popped, looking to go into the back line. LPP Sauce going low. Grep Happiness is going to be able to get excited. Clinia now going into the back line, and they have found 2 kills for nothing. Clinia dashing forward, looking for the charm, throwing it, finding it there on to the Lord Spud. Grep Happiness going forward. One more rocket is going to seal the deal. Grep Happiness running forward to Clinia. That last charge. Zanny Granny going to be the last one left alive. The Soul Stealer comes back. And that is going to be a huge fight for a determined team name.
Massive team fight. Getting the kill onto the Ivern. There goes your shields, right? Your shields are gone. Ivern's down, and the resets from the Jinx just wipes the team. And great play from the Ahri on the Charm Flash. Charms all around. Getting the spell shield off of Lord Spud to get that charm in. And this game's starting to turn, and I'm a little nervous for LPP.
Yeah, LPP. Lord K Gold down now. It's 3 Drakes to 3 Drakes. 4 items here for this Jinx, which certainly has come online. Please build a Serpent's Fang, Renekton. I'm begging you to build a Serpent's Fang. I'm absolutely on my knees pleading.
He's teasing you with that pickaxe.
Oh, for sure. That is... I'm just hoping. I'm praying.
Jinx on 4 items, too. This is getting scary.
Yeah. But 4-item Jinx coming at you. You do have the tools to deal with it, though. We've seen what Jinx's health bar looks like into a Spud combo. It's not the end of the world by any means. Yeah, is still scary. Xayah not quite to that 4-item breakpoint either. Ahri, full build.
Yeah.
Chugging potions, buying hats.
I love buying hats.
I also love buying hats. As now, an interesting thing happens in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, we see the spawn of both the dragon and Baron simultaneously. What are you going for if you're each of these teams? Are you prioritizing that Drake, or are you prioritizing that Baron?
I think you kind of have to prioritize the Drake, right? That's a soul for the entire rest of the game compared to a Baron that runs out, right? I mean, if I was both these teams, Mountain Drake is huge, especially for LPP. Like, they need this Drake. I think they just both prioritize it.
Ooh, Clinia taken pretty low there by the artillery shots. Forced to utilize the flash as well as the ultimate. They're going to be alive for now. They find the kill on to LPP Sauce, and it's an instant turn there, and then Grep Happiness finds the Super Mega Death Rocket, manages to dodge Sniper Boy as well, and all of a sudden, 2 members are dead for 50 seconds. And it might even be GG here. Lord Spud getting taken incredibly low. TP coming out here from Clinia, looking to find that backline. Lord Spud, you're going to have to run. Not Dave.
Can they hold?
Utilizing that pillar onto Sniper Boy. Sniper Boy very tanky, but there's lots of damage here for the side of Undetermined Team Name. They're going to be able to pick up 1 inhibitor. 20 seconds still left on the 2 members that have died. They're going to be able to pick up a 2nd inhibitor for this at least. And every inhibitor that gets taken, Jink gets excited. They stuck around for a moment, but it looks like they are going to back off and prep for these neutrals.
Light on my feet.
That would have been insane if they went for that end. Especially with everybody coming up.
Does Renekton really need to buy Serpents when W breaks shields anyway? I think that's a fair point. The problem is, like, Serpents will proc universally, whereas W has to be specifically utilized, right? W is also, like, that's, if I'm not incorrect, that's Renekton's stun, right?
Yes, yep.
So if you're utilizing that to shield break and stun, if you're utilizing it to shield break, you can't actually engage with it, which might not be an issue, but it means you have to be intentionally holding it here. As a nice flash forward, lots of damage going to be found here onto Clinia. An LPP Sniper Boy manages to find themselves a juicy shutdown.
And you need the Fury, too, to be able to break the shield.
So I like the Serpents just also because, like, you're not always going to be on top of the target, but you may have affected the target recently enough that the Serpents will proc. And it's just, there's so much shielding with the Ivern and the Lulu that, and the Rakan for that matter. Or wait, sorry, wrong. Yeah, no, right team.
Mixing them.
Wait. Yeah, there you go. Poppy has shields, Rakan has shields. Ivern has shields. So, I just want to see it for those reasons. But your point is well taken.
Both Yordles, I'll count it. It's fine. Late night.
This is the dance we were waiting for. It looks like both teams have agreed with you and look like they're going to fight for this dragon. Inside track has been taken by the LPP boys. Dave going to utilize that traffic cone.
Fight's going to determine everything.
Yeah, Clinia coming from base. There's lots of poke damage here for the side of LPP boys. Daisy going to be utilized, but if Daisy dies too early, that could be pretty bad. Not Dave not taking too much damage from it either, so Daisy's just gone for the fight. They're going to be able to start at the Drake, and there is some nice artillery coming out here. Zera pops the Zerath ult. They're still looking to get in. Dragon's in quite low. Doesn't quite manage to find it. Gets picked up, but now we're going to see the fight in the back end. Quickness manages to find the majority of the members on the other side of the team, but meanwhile we have Renekton terrorizing the backline of LPP boys. Sniper Boy going to take a ton of damage. Just Grep Happiness looking for that reset, trying to get it. Lives for so long. Manages to find it though. Super Mega Death Rocket going forward. LPP Zanny Granny going in now. They're in the Dragon Pit. There's nowhere to go. There goes the Feather Collar. It's going to find the root, but it's a little bit too little, too late, and Grep Happiness gets a triple kill.
And that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be the series here, folks. Undetermined team name. Down in the early game, up in the late. They are a scaling team no matter what they pick. And they are going to be able to pull out this late night, low budget LCS victory. Wow. All right. Well, so you have played LPP boys. Is Undetermined team name on your schedule?
Unfortunately, no. They're on the other in the other group, so we will not be playing them. I wish we could. That would be fun.
Hey, you could always scrim
them. Yeah. Hey, if you're listening, we're free.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and ask if anyone from their side wants to go ahead and get an interview. In the meantime, my job for you is find someone to raid for. Yeah, undetermined team name. Given Schmeckles to Little Robot Man. Um, hey guys, pro tip: come and bet on yourself. You know, it'll make you play better. I pop into the stream, throw a couple thousand schmecks on your own team winning. You will be more motivated. To go ahead and find a win. I promise you. But congratulations, Little Robot Man.
Yeah, congratulations. Great play from both of them. And finding a
Yeah, if you could find someone for us to raid when we're done here, I do think we're going to be able to interview not Dave here. Gamer after my own heart. If there's any other League of Legends...
That's what I'm looking for at 10 o'clock at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Welcome, not Dave, to the broadcast. Congratulations on your dub. How are you feeling after those games? They're pretty stressful.
Yeah, I would say that they were stressful. I'm proud of my team for, keeping their mental and maintaining their composure and coming back in both of those games.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk us through, like, you played two very different champions, right? What?
Yeah.
How do you manage that? How do you build your champ pool? Are those both champs you've played a lot of, and it's more comfort, or yeah? What's the reasoning behind those picks?
For me personally, I have more of a wider champion pool rather than like a deep champion pool. Some other members of my team are more, technical. They're more technical about like specific champions. I'm a little bit more broad. Um, I would say that, weirdly enough, this series is not really my normal playstyle. I play typically more engage junglers, but their team comp usually is pretty good into engage. So we decided to try and play at more of a distance and try to take things a little bit slower and more controlled, which is actually very unusual for us.
So that 5 pointing, normally you are more of the team that goes ahead and runs 5 people into one part of the enemy jungle. And
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I like to see it. Well, I love to see the Trundle. I always love a Trundle pick. Can I get a little insight as to, was there any discussion about Serpent's Fang at all in that game?
Yeah. A lot of so I think several of us said that, hey, we should get Serpent's Fang, and then we said, yeah, we'll get Serpent's Fang, and then no one got Serpent's Fang, and then after the game, we were like, wait, did anyone get Serpent's Fang? And then no, we did not. So,
well,
yeah, it was considered, but
it wasn't needed. I suppose.
Yeah, waste of gold, obviously.
Yeah. But so tell us about the rest of your season. What's coming up on the docket for you? Any teams you're looking forward to facing? Things going on in Financial League that people might not be aware of.
I think we're kind of just taking it 1 week at a time. We were in this league last year, and we, I think, ended with an abysmal 0 wins total. I think so. Racking up any wins so far. Yeah, we're on the board, so we're already doing better. So, I think we're already happy with where we are. Any other wins will just, be icing on the cake.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again. Esau, any questions you want to go ahead and ask?
I just want to know what the mindset is when you're down both games to come back. Like, what's going on there? Like, what are we thinking about? What are the talks like?
Yeah, I think it helps when we're down a lot early game, like quite frequently. So you could say it's our comfort zone. But I think we have had more practice recently where we try to, intentionally keep spirits up, know that we have methods of coming back. No one in this league is perfect, so the enemy is also prone to make mistakes, and just try and look out for those kind of things.
Beautiful, yeah. And props to your mid-top switch there. That was nice to see.
Yeah, that
Both
was
played
like a
very well.
last second decision on draft. That was it was not planned very far in advance. So
Hey, it didn't look like it.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us at this late night, low budget LCS edition. I'm Popoba. I've been joined by Vsol. Vsol, why don't you take us out as we send our viewers to some more late night League of Legends with your classic catchphrase?
Classic catchphrase. What's that? I don't even think of a catchphrase for me, but I guess I'll go with a nice simple one. Everybody, good morning, good evening, and good night. And thank you for participating in watching some great League of Legends brought to you by the low budget LCS.